A looper toward left center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Phillies around third, heading for home. Here's the throw to the plate. The Phillies win it. Pedro scores standing, and Shane Victorino has given the Phillies a 3-2 victory here in the bottom of the ninth inning.
High fly ball deep to left. Could it be Victorino? No ka-oi! Shane Victorino on Victorino Victorine Day has won the ball game with an opposite field home run. Phillies win it 9-8. You couldn't have scripted it any better.
7 straight. Pat Burrell to deep left. Halladay back at the wall. Leaps. Phillies have gone back to back. Rollins and Burrell. It's a 1-run game now.
He's hit 96.
Hammered out to deep right field. It's at the track. It's at the wall. And this ball is gone into the bullpen. Utley with number 22. His 59th RBI. And partner, we're talking about a second baseman with 22 home runs here on June 13th.
It's incredible the offense that this guy brings. He is a complete player as well. And that's why there's all this MVP talk around Chase Utley. Todd Wellemeyer's hit a lot of good spots. That's not a good one. That's right down central. And Todd knew it. You could almost sense it in his recoil the minute he let that pitch go, that was trouble.
The 1-0 pitch to Howard. Opposite field. It's well hit. Schumacher looks up, and this ball is gone. It's a home run. Opposite field, and the Phillies go back to back. Ryan Howard with his 16th. That just kept carrying out of here, and maybe that's an indication of how the ball is going to start to fly on a warm summer night here in St. Louis.
It's either an indication of how the ball is going to carry, or it's an indication of how good this Phillies team is, and it may be both. This road trip, but he's been still managing to pick up RBIs. It really didn't look like he got all that one. Just a fly ball, but perfectly placed down the left field line, and more high fives.
Go with Pat Burrell. The 3-1 out to deep left field. The Phillies have gone back to back to back. 3 in a row. Number 17.
Go ahead 1-2 with 1 out to go. Halladay has his size. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. And the Philadelphia Phillies have won their 4th straight National League East crown. And another chapter of postseason baseball will be written for the greatest Phillies teams in the history of the ball club. What a night for Roy Halladay. What a night for this franchise. Halladay, his 21st win, and the celebration begins.
One thing he did do was he conducted himself as well as you can. And he hits one here to deep left center. This one is going to go, and is gone. First home run of the year for Ryan Howard. Flying right over the Southwest Airlines side. Philly's second home run of the game rings the bell here at Citizens Bank Park. And it's now 13-3.
Ryan Howard high in the air. Oh my gosh, how far is it going? Upper deck, deep right center. And this game is tied on Ryan Howard's 49th of the year. And that is a new Phillies regular season record. And they'll want to keep that baseball in the dugout.
That was unbelievable. That was majestic. You knew this one was gone from the get-go. Well, I'll tell you, you don't make a quality pitch to this guy, and he will absolutely hit it here.
2-0. The pitch. Swing and a high fly ball. Hit to left. Willingham backing out. This one might go. This one is gone. Ryan Howard with an opposite field 2-run home run. And the Phillies turn the game around here in the 6th. They have a 2-1 lead. Wow. Number 55 on the year, 137 runs batted in. It just kept going, and it gives the Phils a 2-1 lead.
I never saw it come down. I lost track of it up above the overhang in front of us, and I never saw where it landed.
Talk about a high fly ball. Howard seemed to know that it was gone.
Next pitch hit hard, deep right field. If it's high enough, it's gone. That ball is gone. Line drive, home run, Ryan Howard. His second of the ball game, his 56th of the year. A line shot just over the fence in right field. He is responsible for all the Phillies' runs tonight at a 3-1 lead here in the eighth.
3-1 to Ryan Howard. Well hit to the opposite field, out of here. 3-run home run, Ryan Howard. Number 58 for the big man. Move over, double X. Ryan has joined you. 58 home runs, and the Phillies lead it 4-0.
The most in Philadelphia baseball history. Ricky Nolasco, I guess he decided, well, you know what, I'm not going to walk him. I'm going to challenge him.
Rally towels are waving, and they want Ryan Howard to take a curtain call, and the big man will do just that shortly. Here he comes. Here he comes. Yes, sir. Wow. Smash down the third base side, going all the way to the left field corner. David Bell will roll into second with a stand-up double.
Burrell at second. Pitch to Bell is hit high and deep to left field. Back she goes. It's a 3-run home run, David Bell. And the Phillies have exploded for 6 runs in the inning.
Batted around here in the 4th inning with David Bell with that 3-run home run. I think T.J. Tucker made a mistake with that pitch. Obviously, if it's hit like that, it is a mistake.
And just when it looked, Andy, like nothing was going to happen, they explode for all these runs with 2 outs.
That's just like the 2-0 slider that David Bell took.
Base hit, right field, David Bell. They're going to go 1 base at a time, but scoring on the play, Bobby Abreu, and the Phillies lead it 8-5, and they're still loaded with nobody out. What a game for David Bell.
Really.
Smash to dead center field. Michaels isn't going to get this one. It is off the very top of the fence. I think it was a home run distance, and it's a triple, and David Bell is hit for the cycle.
And the pitch. Fastball hit in the air, left center field. That one's way back there. It is gone! Opposite field, game-winning home run for Ryan Howard. The Phillies pull it out 6-3 over the Rockies. 4 runs here in the bottom of the 9th inning, and it's time to celebrate.
That makes things only worse on an individual basis. Out.
Jeffries gets hit by that inside pitch, and you could hear him yell. And he is not happy. Pedro Martinez again will try to move Webster over with the sacrifice bunt. That pitch was thrown inside, and now both pitchers are worn. Mike Williams throwing the inside pitch. You'll remember that Pedro Martinez hit Greg Jeffries. Got him on the right elbow. Jeffries had to leave the game. And now in a bunt situation, you can see this pitch coming right in at Pedro's left knee. And then Pedro gets decked, and here they go. Pedro throws his helmet at Mike Williams, and a huge pile out in the middle of the field. Here come the bullpens, and the umpires now stand back and take numbers. Down in the middle of that pile, Pedro Martinez and Mike Williams.
Expos and Phillies all in the middle of it there. And it's still going on down on the ground. There's Rondell White trying to separate some people. This is where it becomes so dangerous, where people can get hurt. Curt Schilling is in the middle of this. So is Jim Fregosi, Moises Alou. Rondell White's got a hold on Schilling, who has a knot over his right eye, you can see. And there is Pedro. So after the warning by Frank Pulley, Mike Williams came right back at Pedro Martinez. Well, every once in a while you'll see that, where the pitch is made, doesn't hit the batter, knocks him down or brushes him back, and then the pitcher comes back again with the retaliatory pitch.
Well struck to deep left center. Watch that baby out of here. Jim Thome's first Philly home run is a 3-run shot, and he snaps that 0 for 13 in a big way. It's 13-2 fighting Phil.
Well, you talk about opposite field power. That ball looked like it came out of a cannon. He got a pitch, and he came out of that 0 for 13, like you said, Harry, in a big way. I think Thome would definitely go out there and take a curtain call, but when it's 13-2, it's, you know, I mean, sometimes you have to answer to the fans. Burrell's going to step out now, and you don't want to show up the other team, but he does it just, you know, in a very classy way, not to show anybody up, but he's going to acknowledge the fans, and that's the way he is.
Well hit. Watch this, baby. Could it be another one? Out of here. 2-run home run. Jim Thome to the opposite field. And the Phillies lead it 16-2. Wow, the big guy. His first 2 homers as a fighting Phil. They come back-to-back at bats. Fly ball in the gap in left center field. It's deep, and it is dropped out there. And J-Roll's going to end up at third base, and the Phillies are still alive. He's going to try to score, and he's safe at home plate. This game is tied. Wow. Unbelievable. Here in the 9th inning. Can you believe it? All look lost. And all of a sudden, the fans are on their feet as J-Roll circles the bases. We'll have to see how they score it, but we don't care because we are tied.
And what he was referring to, John, is he always gets off to a slow start. Every April, you just can't get away from it, he says. But so he always used that philosophy. It's not how I start, but how I end, and all the things I do in between. And so that was a good philosophy that his father gave him to start off, you know, his major league career. His dad also told him sometimes you have to play when they're nagging injuries, because there were times Jim didn't want to go out and play catch or whatever. His father said, let's go anyway. So his father had a lot to do with him making it to the big leagues.
And that's ball one, the sinker from Brett Tomko. Thome got jammed his first time and popped one up to the shortstop. But he's been hitting a lot of home runs here lately, 5 in just the last 7 games. Let's see how they're playing it. Oh, that ball hit a mile, headed for the new ballpark, upper deck.
Well, they've been trying to bust him inside, And they tried it last night. They missed and got it over the plate. He hit it out. And that's what happens here as well.
They want a curtain call from Thome. Here he comes.
Barry Bonds not playing in that game. Powering drive. Watch this one out of here. Ryan Howard has ended the game with a 2-run home run. And the Phillies win it in 14 by a score of 7-5. It took a while, but that home run means Pat DeMiglio of Newcastle, Delaware, winning $100 courtesy of the McDonald's home run jackpot. As the Phils have won it here in 14, 7-5. Number 28 for Howard.